Well, let's check this guy out. This is how this thing comes out of the box. The battery's probably in there. And then we get this controller again. Here's our instruction manual and charger for the battery. And some parts we have to install. We have a baggie of more parts to install, stickers to install, which I like sometimes because you get to install whatever you want and leave off whatever you don't want. And then more accessories to install to the bed and stuff, and the roof rack. Well, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and get to installing this stuff. Here's a 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo. Here's a 60 turn 280 motor by MN model right here. And we're gonna dig into this gearbox to see if we have plastic gears, which I'm assuming they are gonna be. Here for your front lights, you have some extra buckets for the fog lights there that aren't being used. And here's the light control board. Goes to your rear light. It's pretty easy to take apart. All you have to do is take these two screws off, and then these two screws. And at the front, these two screws. And you just have to be very careful when you pull it apart that you don't yank the wires that I already disconnected here. So there's two wires right there that's going to be attached to this board. And just be careful when pulling this body up and disconnect those wires and don't yank on them. We have plastic links. We have leaf springs in the rear. Plastic drive shafts telescoping with a servo and axle setup. Non-oil filled shocks, they're just the friction shocks. In the rear as well, there's some friction shocks on there. I don't know why there should be dampers there instead of no springs, because it already has leaves, but there's something you can 3D print for this that just replaces this spring with an arm back here, so you could just use springs back here and not have to worry about that if you want to deal with that and not have leaf springs. I might try that. These trucks are super fun the way they are stock though. If you watch my other video with this other truck that I have, the tan one of this, the regular truck version one, man, it's good. Very good stock. I mean, yes, you can get better tires or whatever, but when you're trail running, the little things that these things can't make it easy to go over makes the trail a lot more interesting. The hexes are plastic on this one, and it's still on that old style steering. Pretty much that whole hex assembly is that whole piece right there, and it's just riding on plastic. There's no bearings or bushing or anything, so that's a high wear item right there. I always recommend changing these probably to the all metal axles at least. Ring and pinion gear are metal. They seem to be greased a little bit. Just from the output shaft of this servo, it's plastic geared servo. So I'll let you guys know if it feels any stronger than the other servo. As of now, it's just a color change. So yeah, so far if you look right here, there's only two different screws right there and one different screw for the drive shaft. Everything else has been the same, to take the body off and to take the 3 screws on the gearbox off. Especially if this is your first crawler, at least it makes it easy. I know, yes, there's still Phillips head, they're not hex heads and stuff, but hey, I like the fact that most of the screws are the same. That makes it harder to mess up assembly. So inside the transmission half, there's no way to install bearings on this. It looks like it's just riding on the case itself. And we do have plastic gears, with the main motor pinion being, looks like an aluminum gear. But you know, they look like pretty beefy plastic gears. In order to run it flatbed, you're gonna have to remove the 2 screws that are holding this piece in place underneath. Right there and right there. This piece goes right here. So you have to remove this screw. Then you have to remove this screw and that screw. The 2 front ones to remove the whole interior to get to these screws, and to also get this, because this is sandwiched in between the interior and the top bed. So you're going to need to remove the interior to get this to come out. And then those 2 screws you see right there, that's the 2 screws left that's holding the bed on. The topper is held on by screws right there in the back, which you can see once you remove this piece. So there is a big process to remove it, but once you're done, you can have just a flatbed truck. So that's the reason they include this right here, so you can turn this into a flatbed when you remove the back end, or the top half of the back end, but you're still using the bottom half as a flatbed. So now you have a flatbed truck. Everything still works, all the lights are still there. The cool thing is, you know, if you really don't mind this being not completely fully on there, like me, I can just yank this off. It's just press fitted on there. I didn't screw it on. And this has 4 tabs on it, so it'll actually lock in place here on the 4 tabs. And now you can run it without screwing it on. And it's pretty on there, you know, I could yank it off if I really wanted to, and if you tumbled pretty hard, I guess it would fly off. But for scale driving, I think it would stay on there just fine. And you don't need to screw it back on. And whenever you want to take it off, you just squeeze it. And once you get at least one side off, the other side should just come off. And that will take the back end off. And then you just reinstall this back here. It presses in pretty nice. You don't really have to screw it in there. I don't see it coming off really. There you go. I wouldn't carry it from that. It would come off as soon as I pull on that, but it is on there pretty good. I believe this one's called the MN82s. Let's go ahead and take this up on the hilltop. I didn't modify anything, no glued tires or anything, this is just out the box. Oh, come up. There you go, come on, push through. The modulation's really good on this ESC. It is kind of loud, but outdoors right now, you can barely tell. Especially if I'm really close to the RC filming it, but if I was further away, I wouldn't even be able to hear this. I am making use of the one-handed feature on this transmitter, but man, it is very uncomfortable. I'd rather actually just go for the steering wheel. There you go. Oh, I just went straight up that. So this is the normal route. I was just trying extreme stuff for an overlander. I haven't full throttled once yet, so the power's there. Oh. Did we save it? Oh no. It looks like we're gonna go down this way now. Oh, it rolled over. The only thing you gotta be careful with this one is this antenna will come off. I'd probably recommend just having that for display and taking it off while you're running. Oh, and I'm stuck. There you go. I was too close to the cliff earlier. Oh, and it's gonna drag me down there again. Let's push through this time. Yes. Good job, MN model. This thing is fun. Out the box fun right here. You know, surprisingly, the tires grip pretty well. Just as long as the ground is not too dusty, you're all right. Oh, roll over. You can also run it without that top. I showed you guys how to remove that earlier in the video. All right, save it, continue. Ooh. right, here's my hill climb right here. As you can tell, it changed again. We got giant rocks over here. We have to go this way now. We can't go this way. And it looks like we have to zigzag through here and go up. Like I say, this is why I like going here. Just my obstacle changes all the time, and it's always fun. It's never fun to just go in the same place at the same time, like pre-built courses. No fun to me. If you enjoy them, then you know, that's more power to you. I can't do it. I have to have new terrain all the time. Oh, it looks like he's in a hurry to make it up this trail. And it looks like it's not too hard right now. Because, you know, it just rained and everything, so the ground is packed and everything. He's going for it. No struggle whatsoever. Not even half throttle, really. Oh. Did I talk too soon? Nope. And there it goes. To the top. Well, there you guys go. The MN model MN82s. This thing is a beast stock mode. You know, obviously there's a ton of mods for this. Metal axles, metal this and that. But out the box, man, I would just run it until it breaks and see what breaks and replace that, because it works really good the way it is. Unless the motor hum annoys you, then a 1080 ESC maybe upgrade, so you can use your own transmitter. But other than that, this thing is a beast. Oh man, I scratched it up already. Oh well. Alright guys, thanks for watching as usual. As always, stay safe out there, go have fun, and run that RC.